Having enough food to eat is a problem in communities throughout Tillamook County. But as Grant McComey found out, local volunteers and the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife are teaming up to make a difference, and they're using the bounty of fall salmon to do it.
For many, here's the best way to start a fall day. A gorgeous coho salmon.
That is a nice one.
Lucky anglers certainly enjoyed this time of year. We can enjoy the view, too, at places where salmon leap for their lives. Thousands of migrating salmon return to home waters after years at sea. They come back to spawn in the gravel or at hatcheries like the North Fork Nehalem, where the fish started life here 4 years ago. Today, volunteers are working the trap in a unique project that shares the bounty.
We're sorting the fish for the food bank and then for stream enrichment.
Food bank female.
So these are the hatchery fish that have come back up the river.
North Fork Nehalem is a state-operated site that produces thousands of salmon each year. While a part of the fall migration provides the future generation, the extras are used for something else, something good.
Food bank female.
We don't regularly get enough fish here to sell carcasses. Some hatcheries will do that and sell carcasses, but we don't get enough here to do that, so they'll go to local food banks.
Volunteers called the Smiley Brothers and Sisters started the Food Bank Salmon Program in 2009. They look forward to this event each fall.
It's doing something for others, and that is the most wonderful thing you can possibly do.
Well, it does put a smile on your face. It's such a great group of people, volunteers and donors, with the high school kids designing the labels. It's a really cool community process.
He's right. Local high school kids also lend a hand.
We don't need to see the whole fish. Bingo.
Neoconi High School students design the labels that'll go on thousands of canned salmon.
I like the way those fish are moving there.
Teacher Steve Albrechtson says in Tillamook County, up to 60% of school enrollment is on free or reduced lunches. So designing a food product that helps their neighbors is an important and creative tie for young people.
With the season that we're in now, the Thanksgiving and the Christmas season, and that aspect of giving, it really kind of sinks in the giving nature, because they are giving back into their community, and
in a big way.
In a big way.
The students spent 3 weeks on the label design project. During that time, the surplus salmon makes the rounds. First to a Garibaldi processor called Fish People, where thousands of salmon are cleaned and filleted at cost.
We use everything here. I'll sell the carcasses to people that are crabbing. The scraps and skin and all that will go to a farmer, and he mixes it into his compost pile. And all the money we get from the eggs will go back to the program. So we try not to waste anything here.
Then it's on to Belle Bowie Seafood in Seaside for cutting, trimming, and weighing each half-pound can. Again, at cost.
This is an old canning machine. It's from about the 1930s. The technology is largely unchanged. It's really neat to be able to take a local product on a large scale and then return it back into the community. There's just really no other projects like that.
Back at Neoconi High School, that much is certain.
So we're just going to take a little glue on that glue here part. You're going to wrap it around there. Your goal here is to try to make it as tight as possible here, and then you're off with can number 1, and you have 500 to go.
Hundreds of canned fish, not for sale, but given away at each of the 15 county food banks. The salmon provide critical protein for people who don't have enough to eat, and it's a uniquely Oregon expression of neighbors helping neighbors.
It's amazing to be able to take our fish from our river to feed our local communities. It's just totally full circle as far as what it's all about.
In Tillamook County with photographer Jeff Kastner, Grant McComey, KGW.
Oh, Grant.